Hello everyone, I'm Michaela Kathleen and I'm here with another quotes video. And I like to collect quotes in my quotes notebook from all sorts of different places, not just books. And so I thought it would be fun to do a quotes video with quotes from one of those other places. And I thought I would start with quotes from TV shows. And some of these are quite older quotes from like my early teen years when I was super into, you know, the angsty teen shows like One Tree Hill and stuff. So some of these are more silly, but they've just been quotes that I've had in this notebook for years and that I know so well. But jumping right in with some of those angsty romantic One Tree Hill quotes. I've got one from Brooke Davis, and it goes, "Someone once said, it's the good girls who keep diaries. The bad girls never have time. Me, I just want to live a life I'm gonna remember, even if I don't write it down." Which, of course, was kind of a ridiculous quote for me to like as a child, since I keep like meticulous scrapbooks, etc. I write everything down. But I was also kind of a shy, introverted kid, and so this quote kind of spoke to an inner want for more wildness. Next, I have this uber romantic sappy quote from Peyton, and it goes, "At this moment, there are 6,470,818,671 people in the world. Some are running scared. Some tell lies just to make it through the day. Others are just not facing the truth. Some are evil men at war with good, and some are good, struggling with evil. 6 billion people in the world, 6 billion souls, and sometimes all you need is one." So sappily romantic. But I really loved these quotes in my early teens. And I have another one from Peyton that goes, "Imagine a future moment in your life where all your dreams come true. You know it's the greatest moment of your life, and you get to experience it with one person. Who's standing next to you?" Very thought-provoking, I know. And then I have one that kind of like really latched on to my imagination for some reason that was from Lucas Scott. And it goes, "Did you ever look at a picture of yourself and see a stranger in the background? It makes you wonder how many people have pictures of you." Indeed it does. Next, I have a quote that I actually still really love. It is from Boy Meets World, and I still deeply hang on to the lessons that Mr. Feeney taught me. I think it was a legitimately good show that everyone should watch as a child. And so here Mr. Feeney says, "Friendship, for example, is a real gift. It's given with no expectations and no gratitude is needed, not between real friends." Next, I have a quote from Friday Night Lights from the wise Coach Eric Taylor, and it goes, "Every man at some point in his life is going to lose a battle. He's going to fight and he's going to lose. But what makes him a man is that in the midst of that battle, he does not lose himself." Which I think is true and a very good quote, and of course applies to all genders, not just men. And then I have another one from the wise Mr. Feeney, and this one is between two characters and is in the final minutes of the final episode, Feeney giving his final lesson. And he says to the group, "Do good." And Topanga, being the grammar nerd that she is, goes, "Don't you mean do well?" And Mr. Feeney replies, "No, I mean do good." Next, I have a quote about religion from House, and it is a conversation between one of the residents and Dr. House. And she asks him, "You find it more comforting to believe that this is it?" And House replies, "I find it more comforting to believe that this isn't simply a test." And I like this quote because it shows that different people find meaning in different things. And in fact, some things that a person or a lot of people might find meaning in, another person might feel like that takes away meaning in their life. And that's okay for different people to find meaning in different things, as long as they don't shit all over each other because they don't agree on what gives meaning. Next, I have a quote from Home Improvement that always makes me think of my dad. And it goes, "With the right tool, you can fix anything," which is just kind of a comforting quote. And then at the end here, I have 2 more sappy One Tree Hill quotes. And the first one is just like a really long monologue that I think is just kind of a pretty monologue. And it goes, "Did you ever wonder what it would be like if you weren't you anymore? If you were suddenly gone? How would your world react? Whatever you imagine is wrong. There's nothing romantic about death. Grief is like the ocean. It's deep and dark and bigger than all of us. And pain is like a thief in the night. Quiet, persistent, unfair, diminished by time and faith and love. I didn't know Quentin Fields, but I'm jealous of him because I see how his absence has affected the people that did know him. So I know that he did matter to them, and I know he was loved. People say Quentin Fields was a great basketball player, graceful, fluid, inspiring. They say on a good night, it almost seemed as though he could fly, and now he can." And then I have a short and sweet one from Nathan Scott on One Tree Hill that is simply, "You can't measure a dream." So yeah, these were just some kind of fun TV quotes that I like, and I've certainly got more, so I'll probably do a part 2 at some point in the future. And yeah, let me know down below if you've got any well-loved quotes from television. I think the stories in books obviously can have a big impact on our lives, but the stories in any format can, whether that be television or movies or plays or what have you, even stuff that seems kind of lowbrow and not as deep as some other art forms like sitcoms and things. And yeah, you gotta take inspiration where you can get it. So I hope you enjoyed these quotes. Thanks for watching. Remember, words matter.